Well, it's time to hear from you as our honoree, but let me just say, in memory of our late, great honorary member Johnny Grant, we hereby declare this Jeff Goldblum Day in Hollywood. Congratulations. It's just today.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So much. Thank you. Oh, my golly. Hi. I love you, too. Hey, just to start, can we play a quick quiz, just a very quick quiz of all the artists whose names are in the stars on the Hollywood Glorious Walk of Fame? 13, I recently found out, have only one name. You know, like instead of Jeff Goldblum, Jeff. So, like Cher, that's correct. So, or Madonna, that's right. So I'm going to name 3, and you're going to tell me which one you think is not included in that 13 on the wonderful Walk of Fame. Here we go. A, Houdini. B, Cantinflas. C, Park Your Carcass. So applaud if you think it's A, Houdini. Applaud if you think it's B, Cantinflas. Or C, Park Your Carcass. The correct answer, believe it or not, is you're all incorrect. They're all 3 on the Walk of Fame. It was a trick question. Laurent Goubler, my golly, Laurent Goubler, you're a great man. Thank you so much. I'm so honored to have, you know, he's been the president for 25 years of this wonderful Chamber of Commerce, and our debt of gratitude to you is immeasurable. And to you, and who's going into retirement, into productive retirement imminently, thank you so much from all of Hollywood. I know I speak for everyone when I say thank you very much. And it's a great honor to have you host this little event for me, and to all the Chamber of Commerce people. Thank you very much for allowing this to happen. I really appreciate it. And I'd be remiss if I didn't mention and acknowledge those who supported and otherwise sponsored this, from Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, J.A. Bayona and Colin Trevorrow and Frank Marshall, Pat Crowley, Steven Spielberg, and from all my friends at Universal, Ron Meyer, Jeff Shell, Donna Langley, Jimmy Horowitz, Peter Kramer, and Michael Moses. Thank you so much, all of you. So I didn't realize, it's Jeff Goldblum Day. You've got to be kidding. I didn't know that. And how could you tell me that? Look, it's already half the day is gone. So now we have to squeeze just in this 12 hours and 10 minutes, what is the appropriate way to celebrate Jeff Goldblum Day? I don't know what that could be. Hey, I know, let's all go across the street to Musso and Frank's, get, I think, the diplomat pudding with lots of spoons and a martini, ostensibly the best in Los Angeles, get liquored up, and then all go over to my house for a pool party. Emily, come on, they're hot. Clothing optional. I gotta get out of these hot duds, Andrew. Come on, I got to. Hey, so how about that? I wrote it down. I am the star number 2,638. That's always been my lucky number. That's my favorite number. I can't believe it. Norm Eisen, my God. You do me too great an honor, sir. You've flown here to be part of this little harlequinade of mine. How could you? Yes, everything he said too graciously is somewhat true. He was the model for Wes Anderson's Grand Budapest Hotel, and he is the real life hero, a man of bravery and integrity and principle who fights against fascism and every manner of ignorance. And bravery. You're my hero. I just think the world of you. Thank you so much. Yes, and he took me into his home. He gave me, it wasn't just to work on the part, he gave me the jacket off his back when I didn't have proper clothing, attire for some event that he was taking me to, and he showed me his favorite vintage watch shop, and he was just great. He was the United States ambassador to the Czech Republic. My gosh, and of course, yes, he was the ethics czar for President Barack Obama. 2 great men whom I miss every single day in their former formal positions of leadership for their intelligence and moral leadership and eloquence and pristine honesty. I miss you every single day. Thank you so much, Norm Eisen. And Ed Begley Jr., my golly in heaven, my great friend for all this time. If I'd never done anything else but become even a fringe member of the glorious circle of his friends, my life would have been a smashing success. Ed, he is the model for me of what it means to be a father and a husband and an actor and a responsible citizen and an activist and a friend. I love you from the bottom of my heart, Ed. Thank you so much for doing this. Thank you, Ed. So Musso and Frank's, hey, just for local color, fun fact. You know, the first time I went there, like 1975, before you were all born, you know who took me there? Shelley Winters and her friend Farley Granger. That's true. That's true. We had the Sandabs. To say, in a way, how enthralled and kind of enchanted I've been with this whole family of movie makers and pretenders and storytellers. And I myself, it's true, you've heard this story maybe. I've told it too many times how I wanted in the worst way to be an actor from the start. And I, like my father, who had a work ethic, have been nothing if not conscientious. I've devoted my life to it. I've always been faithful to it. But there's always a humbling moment that comes about. You know, I was in the airport the other day and a woman was looking at me kind of like that, and she walked up to me sort of in a trance, and she said, "May I ask you a question?" And I said, "Yes, of course you can, darling, of course you can." She said, "Are you Howie Mandel?" That's true. That's absolutely true. A bitter pill, but a very good lesson. You can't get too full of yourself. I'm going to polish this star every day. I certainly am. Hey, you know, every year, you can imagine this many stars, there are like 24 new inductees. This year, I'm so thrilled to be part of this group. It's a particularly sterling group. To name a few, Jack Black. You're not hardcore unless you live hardcore. I love that. And of course, Kirsten Dunst, Melancholia. What a great, great actress she is. Jennifer Lawrence is getting her star this year. Hey, did you see that picture, Mother? I love that little picture. I thought that was great. And Harry Connick Jr. I saw him at the Capitol Records building, record It Had to Be You. And now, yes, we recorded that album. So things come full circle. And you know who's finally getting her star here this year? Minnie Mouse. We did it, Minnie, finally. You got it, Minnie. Way overdue. Thank you so much to Sanford Meisner and Bill Esper and Peggy Fury, my acting teachers, all of them, who made me feel that my best work was always ahead of me. To every crew member of every play or television show or movie I've ever done, to the cast, so many of whom still fill me with starstruck amazement. I'm so lucky and grateful. Directors, how about this bunch of people I've been lucky to get to work with? Too numerous to mention, but early on, Robert Altman, yes, who put me in a few movies, including Nashville. I highly recommend it, and very interesting picture, and takes us up to David Cronenberg, whom I love, the genius Steven Spielberg, and Wes Anderson, you know, a man of real dignity and honor. I love all of those people. And, of course, to Marla and Jess, all the people at Shelter, I thank you. Catherine McLaurin, Craig Jacobson, Hildy, Kevin, Brian. Where would I be without you? Thank you so much for being here. I love you so much. Mwah. Very, very beautiful team. Mike Abrams, my golly, a more indefatigable Herculean worker. For my benefit, it's only for my benefit, like Willie Loman. He's only done everything for you. Thank you so much. Which brings me to Keith Addis. My God, my great friend, I love you, Keith. He's been my manager low these 30 years. He's steered this little ship, and it hasn't run aground into the shoals of disaster. Keith, when they unveil this star, it may spell out my name. And by the way, I hope it's spelled correctly, B-L-O-O-M. I just wanted to see the look on your face. No, it's UM. It's UM. But Keith, besides that name, every kernel of granite, every chip belongs to you. That will be yours. We'll come here together and polish it together. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Ah, yes. Yes, yes. Oh, Gary Kress, my great friend for also 30 years. My God, I love you so, so much. You know, as Casey Kasem said, I've reached for the stars, but he's kept my feet on the ground. You're my life coach. I wouldn't be here without you. We've dodged many bullets together, thanks to you. I haven't even found one chink in the armor, not one, not even one. And John Mastro, come on, you can't get a better collaborator and friend than that. I love you, John Mastro. And my band, Alex Frank from my band, every member of my band, come on, I love them. Andrew Vitero, before 4 years ago, when he joined me in this work, I would frighten little children when I appeared. He's dressed me for 4 years. He's picked every sock. This little piece right here, he thought was right for the glittering, glorious occasion. Thank you, I love you, Andrew. David Cox did my hair. This is a miracle of cantilevered construction. He's a magician with a pair of scissors. Sibeli, thank you. We love you in our family. We'd be nothing without you. We love you very, very deeply. Emily Goldblum, my wife, where is she? You're my soulmate. I fall in love with you more deeply every single day. You're my teacher. You're my partner. Just this morning, listen to this, she made me the most delicious pancake breakfast. I'm still getting the vigor and vitamin A from those cakes this morning. And she said to me, I want to get this right, this is a direct quote, "You're not an animal on the farm." I won't tell you what provoked that, what led up to that outburst, but suffice it to say that I adore every colorful color in her characterful personage. I love you, baby. I love you. And to Charlie Ocean Goldblum, that's you right there, Charlie, and River Joe Goldblum, my two sweet, sweet sons. Every day you fill me with a full measure of, and the daily adult requirement of wonderment and respect and the deepest adoration. I love you, boys. You might see this later in years to come. You may not understand it now, but I love you deeply, deeply, deeply. Well, 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 that's it. So I've taken too much of my time, but I'm going to close with a pithy quotation that reminds me of all of you. It's one I only aspire to. It's by George Bernard Shaw. Listen to this, Norm Eisen. You ever hear this quote? He says, "This is the true joy in life, the being used for a purpose, recognized by yourself as a mighty one, the being a force of nature instead of a feverish, selfish little clod of ailments and grievances complaining that the world will not devote itself to making you happy. I am of the opinion that my life belongs to the whole community. And as long as I live, it's my privilege to do for it whatever I can. I want to be thoroughly used up when I die, for the harder I work, the more I live. But I rejoice in life for its own sake. Life is no brief candle to me. It's a sort of splendid torch, which I've got hold of for the moment, and I want to make it burn as brightly as possible before handing it on to future generations." Thank you, George Bernard Shaw. And finally, if you know the lyrics, sing along with me. In Jurassic Park, scary in the dark, I'm so scared that I'll be eaten. Drive safely. Thank you all for coming. Now the unveiling. Let's have a photo session. Photo session.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Jeff Goldblum. Let's unveil the star. And would all of our speakers join us? So right up front here, Jeff. Ladies and gentlemen, we proudly welcome to the Hollywood Walk of Fame, Jeff Goldblum.
Oh my gosh, look at that.
Did you get your very own?
Oh, God, thank you so much.
Anna, get these guys out of there. Jeff,
Hey,
look straight at it.
Charlie! Charlie! Hello, Charlie! How are you doing, Charlie? Charlie! 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 Thank you, Charlie. Thank you, Charlie. Hello. Hello, Charlie. Hello, Charlie.
The first one to touch the star.
And
Thank you.